Today let us discuss about how to work with partitions and fragments. So when I say partitions and fragments, the name clearly says what a partition is. Partition is nothing but a division. Okay, and when you
Pratap,
say
can you mute us?
sure, yeah. So today we will be discussing about partitions, working with partitions and fragments. Okay. When I say partition or a fragment, it clearly says that. Okay. So how a partition or fragment should be handled is okay. So we have a different mechanism to handle partitions and fragments. So what is a partition and fragment exactly? Till date, you were seeing a table called D1 orders 2 which has all the data for years 1998 and 1999. So suppose say I don't want to store my data like this. This may impact performance, and I feel that I want to store yearly data in a different table, but the same information with same structure. Okay. So suppose say 1998 data, I am storing it in something called D1 orders historical, like some historical data. Okay, for 2 years I am maintaining some two different tables. This table is also there. I want these two different tables if in case of any what you can say, in case if you are getting any of the request only for 2 years or like a 1 year or a recent data. Okay, then there is no need for me to go through all the 3 lakh records, right? If I am just going through 1 lakh records or 80,000 records which are present in these tables, because these are split already, my query performance improves. Okay, so even partition and fragmentation is one of the helpful concept in improving performance in your OBIEE. Okay, so suppose say I have 1999 data in D1 orders recent, like this. Now, how to handle? I have similar data. I have measure information for dollars, net weight ship, units ordered. How to differentiate or how to bring in these tables into my physical layer? How to bring them as a logical table sources? And if there is any request coming using those tables, how to route the query? This is my question. Okay, so for this we have two tables already. So for this, what we will do? Let us open my RPD in online mode and import the two tables which are partitioned. Okay, so as of now, I have only fact address S2, which is not partition data. I have aggregate tables, that's still fine. But for partition data, I don't have any table. For both the years, all these tables contain data. So suppose say, now from supplier CP connection pool, import those new two tables. One is orders recent, one is orders historical. So in orders 2, we have only 2 year data. So similarly, in orders historical, we have 1 year data for 1998, and for 1999, we have it in recent table. Same concept. 5 year or 10 year, same concept. Concept doesn't change. Just check in the changes and save it. As of now, no errors or warnings. Now, as soon as we import some table, the best idea is create an alias. So let us create an alias for my historical and recent tables as fact d1 orders historical and fact d1 orders recent. Before that, in recent and historical table, I have something called period key. This will be of type double. Let me change it to integer because in D1 calendar 2, yeah, correct, Gaurav. 1998 data is in one table, 1999 data is in another table. Okay, and observe that, see, these two tables and your D1 address recent has same type of columns, similar type of structure, but the data you are storing is just restricted. For 1 year you are storing it in one table, for other year you are storing it in a different table. So that is what I say partition. If your data is partitioned, how will you do? How will you handle it? Okay, so now just for my recent table, create an alias. Okay, so fact D1 orders recent. And for historical table also do the same thing. Copy your historical table and do the same thing. Right? Now the immediate step is creating joins with the corresponding dimensions. So your dimensions are already there. Customer, calendar, product. So all those are already there. So what you have to do, select fact D1 address recent and fact D1 address historical along with DIM D1 calendar to DIM D1 customer to DIM D1 products. Right? Because these tables are presented same detail like D1 address 2. The only difference is it is storing one is storing 1998, other is storing 1999. That's it. Remaining joins, everything remains the same. So physical diagram, selected objects. So bring my fact table in an order so that you understand them. Okay. So make a new join from orders recent to calendar to. So what is the join? YYMMDD join to period key. Okay, if you want, you can check the joins also. So YYMMDD period key, product key, new key and customer key. Okay, the same. So from here, which is this table? Customer new key, and here customer key. From products, product key, and here product. And same join from your historical table also. YYMMDD period key. New key and customer key. Product key and product. So this is your join. And how you should bring them as a, so yeah, it's not a circular join. Reason being, just observe the joins, select for both the tables. Physical diagram, selected objects, add direct joins. It's not a circular join. See, like this. See, when do you form a circle? If arrows in the same direction, like fact D1 address to D1 customer if you have join, and from D1 customer to fact if I have arrow pointed, then it becomes a circular join like this. But arrows are cut. This is a separate star. This is a separate star. Your second one is a separate star. First one is a separate star. But conflict comes when you bring data from customer and product. Okay, whether it should go through a fact table 1 or fact table 2. It always picks up the fact table which has least number of rows, your OBIEE11g. And even there is a concept of implicit fact column. You can even define which fact table to go through. Okay, that you can forcefully set that. Okay, we will see that later. But as of now, this is not a circular join. This is a normal, two different stars, and these two different. You can say these are conformed dimensions. D1, D2, D3, F1, F2. D1, D2, D3 acts as a conformed dimensions for both the facts, and these three tables are left. Yes, this is possible. This is not a circular join. Okay. Now, next step is how to bring historical or recent as a logical table source under fact sales and use them. How to do that? So, simple way is from historical or recent table, drag and drop any of the column onto the respective column. So, actual extent is my dollars column. Right? So, just drag and drop, check out the object, your historical will come. Similar way from recent also, drag and drop a particular column. Yeah. My main idea is not to bring historical and recent as a different table. My idea is to improve the query. So instead of routing it through D1 orders to when it is at most detailed level, I want to go through orders historical orders or orders recent, because you can see that my fact orders D1 recent table just view data for this. You have 80,000 rows. That's it. And for this remaining 2 lakh records will be there. 2,70,000 records. Whereas my D1 orders S2 has 3,51,000 records. So going through 2,70,000 is easy, or going through 3,50,000 is easy. Obviously, going through 2,70,000 is easy. Anything what I wanted to say is going through a partition table is much more efficient than going through the table which contains data for all the years. Yeah, correct. Now you picked out a table, you picked out both the tables. So in this case, there should be a column which can differentiate which table to go to. Right? So for this reason, what I'll create a new logical column as ordered date, which will have period key from both the tables. Like period key, I'll drag and drop, and from historical also I'll drag and drop period key. Okay. Open your historical table. Now under content, you have something called fragmentation content. Do you see this? Do you see this fragmentation content? Under a logical table, if I have multiple logical table sources that are partitioned, first option is this source should be combined with all other sources at this level. At this level, at this logical table level, this source, this fact historical table, should be combined with others also. Others means if there is any other partition table, it should get combined with that also. If I want, see, if I am not looking for only 1 year data, 2 years data also, and I am not pulling in my D1 orders S2, I am only using these two tables. Imagine that. In that case, I want all the information to be displayed irrespective of any table. Obviously, you have to get all the information, right? So in that case, just go to this and make an expression on the logical table fact sales ordered. So when you are doing this, when you want to come to your, this is historical or which one? This is historical table, right? So in historical table, when you want to come go through historical table, when your order date is less than equal to 1998 12/31 December 31, which is a max date, right? Just give OK. So supplier sales order date less than or equal to 1998 12/31. So any request where order date is less than this date, that means anything in 1998 should come and hit here. And similar way for recent also, give this source should be combined at different level, and give this one more fact sales order date. So any other request which is after 1998 12/31 should go here. 1998 12/31. I am just giving 1998 greater than symbol, that is less than equal to. Okay, so any request which is after this should come to this logical table. Yeah, just click OK, check in the changes, save it, go through your reload server metadata, go to criteria tab, and from fact sales you have dollars, and where is the order date? Okay, sorry, I did click to presentation. Okay, order data has come in. Okay, so what I will do, we will pull product specific and dollar information, and order date I will make a filter. Value should be in, suppose say value is greater than 1998 01 15, John 15, and let me give is between. Okay, so it is, so is between, if you give uh, it will take upper bound and lower bound. 100 and 200 means greater than or equal to 100, less than equal to 200. So greater than or equal to this, and 1998 02 15. So from John 15 to Feb 15, what are the dollar value, or which is my revenue? I want to just look. Click OK. Results. So you have some dollar information for each of the product at detail level. Go to administration, manage sessions, and check the query. Manage sessions. So it goes through your fact D1 orders historical table. Okay, and it gives you, yeah, it gives you yeah, DMD1 products, and historical table will be accessed because your period key is joined and you are making a filter on your period. Okay, so this is been joined like this. Close up this. Go back. I'll get specific detail for all the tables. Go to administration, manage sessions. So this will go through your fact D1 order aggregate to it is going. Okay, why? This is the most economic path, and fact D1 order aggregate 2 is aggregated at month level for time, and for product it is still a detail. Okay, so instead of going through all the 2 lakh records or something, this table has around 30,000 records. This goes through this. Okay, like this. So now your all the concepts like aggregated tables, partitions, whichever is efficient, that table will be picked up for your query. So when they ask you about performance improvement techniques, partitions also will come, aggregate tables will come. I'll in the next session I will tell you about variables. Decreasing the number of initialization blocks also will improve the performance. Increasing the number of connection pools or separating the connection pools will improve the performance. All those techniques are there. Okay. So this is how your partitioned or fragmented data can be designed or can be brought as a different logical table source to route your requests through these tables. Okay. So any questions? Yeah, tell me, Gaurav.
Can you again go to the BMM layer?
Yeah.
Got the concept, but the basic thing is missing from it. Like you drag this period key, both the period keys to the order date.
Correct.
Can you
Yeah,
please
yeah.
again tell?
So how can I differentiate historical and recent table? The data is being split in these tables. How can I differentiate? There should be a mechanism. There should be a data. There should be a record, end record, and the beginning record in each table, right? Where I can differentiate
Yeah.
that. Okay, within this, if you are falling within year is equal to 1998, or if date is something like this, go to first table. Or if something is greater than, go to second table. There should be a criteria. Not only speaking about time. Suppose say you are doing it for customer table. You are doing a partition for your customer table. For dimensions also you can do partition. Doesn't matter. From A to M, I am storing in a one table. From N to Z, I am storing in one more table, two tables. Now I am pulling customer name in my request. And I want to look into for all the customers whose name is beginning with C. There is no need for me to go to second table where my names are from N to Z, right? A to M I have to check. So how I have to define that criteria? There should be a mechanism in your fragmentation content or in your criteria tab where you are telling your BI server that if my name falls within this first letter of name, substring of name comma 1 comma 1 first letter, if it is less than equal to A or something less than equal to M, you are giving capital M because you are taking upper of that value, go to first logical table source, otherwise go to second logical table source. You are defining something for your so that your BI server understands in which scenarios you have to go there, right? Otherwise it doesn't
both
understand, right?
both the fact columns you are dragging onto one BMM only. I mean, this period key and you drag two columns from the physical layer to the same column in the BMM layer, right?
Correct. For dollars, I pull it from 5 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables. That is what I am telling you, right? I can have multiple paths or pipelines to my data warehouse. I want to go through the efficient one. In that case, content comes into picture. Your aggregation content or content tab here for every logical table source will come into picture. Alright? So it is a detail level.
Yeah.
Suppose say see, if I am not taking any order date, suppose say product specific, take product specific, time, day, okay, so now it should have so many number of records. Fact sales, dollars. Go to administration, manage sessions. So does it go through D1 orders S2? There is no point in going through two tables. You are asking for all the data. One has 2,70,000, one has 80,000, 3,50,000 in addition. And there is no need for you to go through two tables. You can get it from one table itself. Going through one table. If you are looking for a particular specific piece of information based on a particular criteria, you can go through. Let me close all cursors. No. Let me pull out one more report on product specific, time, day, tax sales, dollar, year, because it doesn't even know what filter you are giving until and otherwise if you give filter on order date, it will not go through your fragmented table. It still goes through your orders to this table itself.
Got it. I was missing the basic concept only, I guess. Because if we, for example, dollars,
Yeah.
if we want to see at the different levels, so I'll just drop those multiple columns to the same dollar fact, right? And
Yes,
it will
yes.
show. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
got it,
correct.
Pradap, now.
So from fact orders also you should pull it. From aggregate also you should pull it. The same, see the same dollars, it is same dollars. Values are still different because orders to dollars is present at most detailed level. Order
I was
aggregate to
just
dollar
asking
is
how to do it. Like physically, you drag it multiple times to the same fact, right?
correct, correct.
So it will. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
just
it will show at multiple levels then.
yeah, drag and drop the same column at level. It is only like your aggregation content will take care of it. Which table to go through. You need not to worry actually. Okay,
Okay.
like
So automatically the table will take from the dollars column.
yeah. Not automatically. Whenever you pull a particular column from order aggregate one to dollars, right? So your dollar and order aggregate one now this column and this one are mapped. How your order aggregate one is interacting with your dimensions again with different sources like this source and with product and product type source, product type aggregate like different contents. Whenever I pull something which is not relevant to this type aggregate or something like if I am pulling a detail level like specific I am pulling. So there is no chance for me to either go through aggregate one or aggregate two. It should only go through either orders two or historical or recent. And I made a condition for historical and recent like fragmentation content. If you are having some criteria like orders date is less than or something like this, then go through these tables. Otherwise, go through orders two only. So it goes through orders two.
Now I will reiterate my sentence again. Tell me if I am right or wrong.
Yeah.
So if I want dollars to be mapped from two physical columns, so I'll just drag the physical column, different physical columns to the dollars in the
Yes.
BMM layer, and its corresponding sources will be added automatically in the BMM. Right?
Exactly. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
And similarly, we can make more than this fragmentation and partition. We can make with more than two tables, right? Maybe three or four also.
10 tables, 100 tables. We don't care.
So you use this in practical scenarios? Is it widely used?
Practical, very less used, you can say.
Okay.
Yeah, not widely used concept. Aggregation is widely used concept. Okay, this aggregates you use it.
Right.
Partitions and fragments, see, minor, medium businesses and all, even if records are more, it's okay. Still, they won't think of that scenario actually. Generally, what we do, right?
Maybe in some financial domain it might be using it if we
Yeah,
want to see the
might be. Yeah, because we might not
year-wise
have
or
come across
something
all
like.
the business scenarios, right? Yeah. But yeah, one thing is what we do also. Customer, even if he is like, they have all, see, they will generally maintain all the data in one table and they will ask for one more table with 2 year data or 3 year data. So every day that is truncated load again. So 2 year data means you cannot just keep incremental load, right? Because in a single day, if it is suppose say June 18th today, June 17th data will be there in your till yesterday in your 2 year data table. June 17th should go out, June 18th data should go. So it's always a truncated. You are maintaining 2 year data exactly. So, and you use that as a different logical table source and you pull it under your fact table. Generally, you use that table. Okay, you can do that. Fine.
Right. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'll wind up today because